That's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Oregon's punter out on the field as he'll punt it away for the second time. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. LSU with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14.
At the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
A.J. McGrath, 36 yards. And LSU adds on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Barrett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. That second down play nets a -4.
He steps out of
that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, Barrett. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. This is fielded at the 27. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
For Oregon.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of...
This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown.
That story they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Barrett, that'll be taken in by Anderson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barrett. And that one will fall incomplete.
Barrett's pass.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It leads
They'll
to
try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barrett. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
pass. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on 3rd down. Barrett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Escaping the pressure right. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Barrett. Inside, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, the LSU Tigers 28, Ducks nothing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise we'll have a lot of mamas upset with us if we don't mention them, and they have played awfully well in addition.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Murray. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
What a game that he has had throwing the football. Now 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Ferguson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Second down and 6 now from the 42. Here's Ferguson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 Oregon.
At the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Ferguson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now